This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning to one and all. Good morning to one and all.
Good morning. Good morning.
Today we are going to discuss about DevOps. Today we are going to discuss about DevOps Demo. The very first thing is, what is DevOps? What is DevOps? DevOps is categorized into two parts. First one is Dev and second one is OPS. Now coming to this, what is Dev? Dev means it's a developer activities and OPS means it's a operational activities. Now coming to the developer activities. What is developer activities? As you already working on Java, you already come to know this workflow. As in my company, there are so many people, developers will be there. Let's say this is my company.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear lots of disturbance. I couldn't hear clearly.
Oh, really? What about Ashwini?
I'm on mute. Yeah, actually, I can hear the disturbances. I think it's from you only, Sudhir. I see only you're talking.
Yeah, I'm talking. Okay. From my side, you are getting disturbances.
Yeah.
Okay. It's me. It's it. Now?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, now I can. Yeah. Now it's clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Thank.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Actually, in my company, developers will be there. Developers will develop the code. They will develop the code in Java or .NET. Okay, what is DevOps? DevOps is nothing but it's a developer activities and operational activities. Now coming to the developer activities. What is developer activities? Developer will develop the code in any of the programming language, whether it may be a Java or .NET. Okay, once they have written the code, they will push their code into GitHub repository. What they will do? They will push their code into GitHub repository, whether it may be Java or .NET or any of the programming language. They have to push their code into GitHub repository. Here we can use a GitHub, or we can use a GitLab, or else we can use a Bitbucket. Okay, these tools are called as source code management tools. SCM means it's a source code management tools. As a DevOps engineer, we have to download the code. As a DevOps engineer, we have to download the code from the GitHub repository or any of the source code management tool. Once we have downloaded the code, we have to build the code. Okay, we have to build the code by using build tools. Here build tools are, we can use add, we can use maven, we can use gradle. Okay, we can use ms build, we can use gulp. Okay, these are the multiple build tools. If it's a Java application, we have to use either Ant or Maven or Gradle. If it's a .NET application, we have to use MS Build. If it's a Angular, if it's an Angular JS project, we can use Gulp as a build tool. Okay, once we have built the application in any of the build tool, if it's a Java application, we will get a .var file, okay, or EAR file. If it's a .NET application, we will get a .dlls or .exe. Okay, and you already coming to the Gulp. Gulp is a Angular JS project. Angular JS means it's a front-end application, whereas Java and .NET are the middleware technologies, and at the back end we are going to use a databases. Okay, once we have built the application, We have to push there. We have to deploy our .var file into multiple environments. Okay, that is a dev environment, QA environment, UAT environment, finally production environment. These are the multiple environments we are following in my company. Okay, coming to the dev environment. This environment belongs to the development team. Once it will generate the .var file, we have to deploy our .var file into my dev environment, so that automatically the mail will send to the development team so that they can log in into this server by using IP address and password. Once they have login, and they will check the entire application whether the data is coming from the databases from exactly or not. Each and everything they will check in multiple ways. Once the development team has given the sign off, then we have to deploy our .var file into my QA environment. QA means it's a testing team. Okay, they may use either manual testing or by using automation testing. Once once we have deployed our .var file into QA environment, they will test the entire application by using manual or by using automation, that is setting up. If they find any errors, or any bugs in testing phase, again they will raise the ticket from Jira. They will raise the ticket from Jira. Jira is a ticketing tool. Jira is a ticketing tool. By using this tool, they will raise the ticket to the developers so and so error. Based on this Jira task, again developers will rectify the error. Again they will push their code into GitHub repository. Then the notification will come to build the application. Then again we will build the application and we have to deploy it to QA environment. Okay, once the QA has given the sign off, then we have to deploy our .var file into UAT environment. UAT means it's a user acceptance test. User acceptance test. It's a client environment. It's a client environment. So that once we have deployed our .var file into UAT environment, so that the client will log in into this environment and he will check the entire application whether the entire application is working fine or not, or else whether we have met their requirements or not. If we haven't met any requirements, or else if we are missing some requirement, so that they will inform to our business analyst. They will inform to our business analyst. Then business analyst will assign the task through Jira. Through Jira. Again, based on the Jira task, developers develop the code and they will push their code into GitHub repository. Again, build and deploy. And finally, we have to deploy our .var file into our production environment. Finally, we have to deploy our .var file into my production environment. Okay, once we have deployed our .var file into production environment, so that the end user can use the entire application from their browsers, like how we are accepting www.facebook.com or amazon.com or flipkart.com. Like that they can access our application. Okay, and we have to integrate another two more tools are there. Sonar Cube. Whereas Sonar Cube is a code quality tool. Sonar Cube is a code quality tool. And we have a Nexus. Nexus is a complete artifactory. It's a artifactory where we can store our binaries. Okay, where we can store our binaries. We have to integrate my Sonar Cube with my Maven, so that whenever we will build the application, it will generate the code quality. Code quality means not about testing. We are not talking about testing here. Sonar Cube means it's a code quality. It will check whether our developers are following certain standards or not. That means whether the entire application having major bugs or not, or else if any minor bugs are there, or else any syntactical errors are there. In order to develop the application, we have to follow certain standards. So The standards are going to be mentioned in this SonarCube application, so that it will internally it will check the all standards, and it will display in the form of web GUI, so that we can verify in our web browser what are the major bugs are there, minor bugs are there. And most of the times we have to consider our major bugs, we have to resolve immediately, and it will check the vulnerabilities also. That is the main purpose of SonarCube. What is the main purpose of SonarCube? SonarCube is used to analyze the code quality, so that we can find the major bugs, whether the application contains bugs or not. Whether major bugs are there, minor bugs are there. If the major bugs are there, immediately we have to solve. Okay, and coming to the Nexus. Nexus means it's a company's artifactory. It's a company's artifactory. We have to integrate our Nexus with my Maven, so that whenever we will build the application, it will generate some dependency jars. It will generate some dependency jars and words, and this dependency jars will be deployed into my Nexus artifactory. This dependency jars, whenever we will build the application, we will get the .var file. This .var file contains some dependency jars. That dependency jars will be stored into my Nexus repository for security purpose. Security purpose. How we can achieve security by using Nexus? Okay, let's suppose in my company we have one project. Let's say XYZ. XYZ project is there. Okay, and I have given this project to you, to both of you, both Ashwini and Priyanka. Okay, so that you are trying to build the application. During that time, what are the jars will be available into my Nexus Artifactory? You are unable to download. It will unable to download the jars while building, so that you will get the build failure. Like that we can achieve security by using Nexus. Here, instead of Nexus, we can use JFrog also. But in my company we are using Nexus, so we are going to discuss about Nexus in this course. Okay, and this entire things is going to be automated by using Jenkins. Jenkins is a continuous integration and continuous delivery tool. What is Jenkins? Jenkins is a continuous integration and continuous delivery tool. Whenever a developer develops the code, they will push their code into GitHub repository. Then Jenkins will automatically identify the code. Okay, Jenkins would come to know that yes, the new code has been pushed into my GitHub repository, so that I have to download the code and I have to start build the application. Once the build has been completed, it will notify through a mail to all the developers. It's a simple mail transfer protocol, SMTP. Through SMTP, it will send the mail to all developers. Okay, like that, the developers will come to know that yes, let's suppose build has been completed, so that it will inform to the dev team, QA team and UAT team, so that they can log in into that particular server and they can check whether the application is working fine or not. Okay, by using Jenkins we can achieve five things: continuous integration, continuous delivery, continuous testing, continuous deployment, and continuous monitoring. And continuous testing, continuous deployment, and continuous monitoring. These five things we can achieve by using Jenkins. Okay, what is Jenkins? Jenkins is a continuous integration and continuous delivery tool. Okay, whenever a developer push the code into GitHub repository, then Jenkins will automatically identify the code and it will start building the application. This entire things is going to be automated by using Jenkins. In Jenkins, we are going to use a GitHub repository. We can use either and we have to integrate all those things. We have to integrate and with Jenkins. We have to integrate Maven with Jenkins. We can integrate Gradle with Jenkins. Excuse me. And we have to integrate SonarCube and Nexus also, so that each and everything can be automated in my Jenkins server. So we are going to discuss deeply each and every tool. Okay, coming to the developer activities. In developer activities, we are going to discuss about multiple tools, like we have to discuss Git, we have to discuss GitHub, GitLab, GitLab. Okay, we have to discuss Maven. We will discuss Maven, and next thing after that Maven, SonarCube. We are going to discuss about SonarCube. SonarCube. Next, we are going to discuss about Nexus. Okay, and this environment is called a Tomcat. It's a Tomcat application server. Okay, it's a web server. This each and every environment is called one server. Each and every environment is called one server. That means either a Linux server or Windows server. In this server, we have to install the Tomcat application server. This is a web apps. So finally we are going to discuss about a Tomcat. This is about the developer activities. I hope you have understood what is developer activities. Developer activities means it's nothing but whenever a developer develops the code in any of the programming language, whether it may be a Java, whether it may be a .NET, whether it may be AngularJS. Okay, once they have written the code, they have to push their code into GitHub repository. Okay, once they have written the code in their systems, they have to push their code into GitHub repository. So the very first thing is, okay, after the demo we are going to discuss about GitHub, how to use, how to create the account, how to solve match conflicts, okay, in real time. And we are going to launch our own GitLab server. Okay, own GitLab server, so that it's a free of cost. This entire things, for practice purpose, we have to launch the servers in my Google Cloud platform. Okay, we are using GCP, Google Cloud platform, to launch the servers, and we have to work on that servers. Practically we will be working on servers. That servers will be in GCP. GCP means it's a Google Cloud platform. Okay, we are only going to discuss about compute engine in GCP. In GCP we are going to discuss how to launch the servers, how to connect to the servers, how to use those servers, because cloud is nothing but a servers. Most of the times we are dealing with servers. So we are going to discuss about GCP little bit, how to create the servers, how to use those servers, okay, how to connect to those servers. We are going to discuss these three things in GCP. Okay, and once we have completed the discussion about these tools are called as source code management tools. Then we have to download the code, right? We have to download the code and we have to build it. If it's a Java application, we are going to discuss about Maven, because most of the companies, Ant is deprecated nowadays. Most of the companies are not using Ant. So in my company we are using both Maven and Gradle. So we are going to discuss about Maven, and similarly Gradle will be also there. Okay, if you know Maven, you can easily do Gradle. And MS Build, it's a .NET application. We are not going to discuss about .NET application. If you want me to show one application how to build .NET application, I can show my work. Okay, I can show my work if you require. Okay, and next, SonarCube and Nexus. Obviously, we are going to discuss about, because these two are very important in order to analyze the code quality. Okay, we have to use the SonarCube, and for security purpose, we have to use Nexus. Finally, we have to deploy our .var file into my dev environment, that is Tomcat application server. We have to deploy our .var file into my Tomcat application server. Okay, this is about the developer activities. Okay, this is about the developer activities. And finally, we are going to discuss about Jenkins. Whereas Jenkins is a continuous integration and continuous delivery tool. It's very important. If you know all those things, if you know Git, if you know Maven, Sonar, Cube, Nexus, Tomcat, then it's a very easy. Jenkins is very easy for us because this entire things is going to be used in my Jenkins server. How to do automation, how to do continuous integration, how to do continuous deployment, how to do continuous testing, how to create a pipeline, okay, how to create a multiple jobs. This entire things we are going to see in my Jenkins. Okay, I hope you have understood. And next, coming to this one minute. Okay, until now, do you have any doubts? Anyone has any doubts until now?
No.
What about Ashwini?
No, I'm good.
Okay, fine. Now coming to the operational activities. We are going to discuss about operational activities. In operational activities, the very first thing is we are going to discuss about Linux. We are going to discuss about Linux. Okay, and next after Linux, we are going to discuss about Chef. We are going to discuss about Chef. And after Chef, we are going to discuss about Docker. After Chef, we are going to discuss about Docker. After Docker, we are going to discuss about AWS. Okay. These are the things we are going to discuss in my operational activities. And finally, we are going to discuss about Ansible and Kubernetes. Ansible and Kubernetes. Okay. Now coming to the operational activities. What is operational activities? Okay. First coming to the chef. What is chef? Chef is a configuration management tool. Okay. Like chef, we have Ansible is there. Both chef and Ansible are the configuration management tool. Okay, what is chef? Chef is a configuration management. What we can do, okay, by using chef and Ansible, like chef only, Ansible is also a configuration management tool. And Ansible is a Red Hat product. Ansible is a Red Hat product. Then what is the use of chef and Ansible? By using configuration management tools, we can automate entire IT infrastructure. Okay, what we can do by using configuration management tools, we can automate the entire IT infrastructure, whether it may be on-premises data center, whether it may be on-premises data center or a cloud platform Okay, how we are going to automate? How we are going to automate? Now coming to the chef, we are going to discuss about chef here. Let's suppose this is your company. This is your company. In your company, you have so many systems are there. So many systems are there. Let's suppose Here I have 5 systems are there. Okay, here we have 5 systems are there. This is my workstation. This is my workstation. Workstation means our system. This is workstation. In workstation we have to write the cookbooks. If it's a chef we have to write the cookbooks. If it's a ansible we have to write the playbooks. Okay, we have to write the playbooks. Now coming to the cookbooks. Once we have written the cookbooks in my system, then we have to upload these into my chef server. Okay, we have to upload this cookbook into my chef server. Okay, what we are applying, why we are writing cookbooks? Let's suppose I want to install Git. Okay, in my, this is called a client service. This is called a client service. What we have to do in my client servers? Let's suppose I want to install Git. Okay, or else you want to install Java. What you have to do, you have to log in into this system and you have to download the software from the particular vendor and you have to install it. Let's suppose here we have 5 systems. If we take minimum 10 minutes for each and every system, I have to spend minimum 50 to 60 minutes. Minimum 50 to 60 minutes. So that it will take some time taking. Okay, here it's okay, 5 servers are there. If you have 100 servers, if you have 10,000 servers, it's a time taking process. So you want to install Git. Okay, you have to write the cookbook called Git to install. How to install a Git? So that you have to upload this cookbook into the chef server and automatically it will be installed. It will be installed into all servers at a time within 2 minutes. Within not 2 minutes, within 1 minute only we can install in all servers at a time. That is called infrastructure as a code. Okay, infrastructure as a code. If it's a cookbooks, we have to write the code in the form of .rb. .rb means Ruby. It's a domain specific language, DSL. We will see a couple of examples how to write the code and all. And if it's a playbook, it's a AML domain specific language. AML. It's a AML domain specific language. Okay, that is called a playbook. If it's a playbook, we have to write the code in the form of AML domain specific language. Once we have written, we have to upload my code into my chef server so that automatically it will be executed in all servers at a time. That is about configuration management tools. What is configuration management tools? By using configuration management tools, we can automate the entire IT infrastructure, whether it may be an on-premises data center or cloud platform. Okay, let's suppose you have 5 servers in your data center, or else you have 5 servers in your cloud platform. You want to automate those servers, or else you want to install some packages, or else you want to install, you have to create some users in that particular server. So that you have to write the cookbook, and once you have written, you have to upload this cookbook into my chef server so that automatically it will be installed into my client servers. Okay, most of the times servers, client servers, whenever we are going to discuss about client servers, any server, most of the things we are dealing with Linux operating system. So that server contains Linux operating system, so that we have to know how to handle those operating system, how to create folders, how to use those servers, how to connect to those servers. Okay, how to remove files, how to create users, how to delete files. So Linux is somewhat different from the Windows operating system. Okay, it's completely different, and Linux is a security. It's a security, and it's a open source. Open source, so that in most of the companies for servers, for VMwares, okay, in data centers. most of the times we have to use a Linux operating system. So obviously we have to familiar with Linux operating system. Okay, now coming to the Docker. What is Docker? Docker is a containerization tool. Okay, what is Docker? Docker is a containerization tool. Now coming to the Docker, we are going to discuss about Docker. Docker means it's a Docker is a containerization tool. What we can do with containerization tool? Previously, VMware is there. VMware is there. You already know. Let's suppose, this is my server. This is my server. This server contains a 12 GB RAM. This server contains a 12 GB RAM and 1 TB hard disk. 1 TB hard disk. What this server contains? This server contains the host OS. This server contains host OS. What the VMware do? Okay, host OS means it's a Linux operating system. Okay. Linux or Windows. Any of the host OS. Any of the host OS. On top of the operating system, what we will do? We will on top of the operating system, what we will do? We will do we will install a VMware. We will install a VMware. We have to install VMware so that we can launch n number of VMs in this server. We can launch n number of VMs. This is one server. Within the server, we can create n number of servers by using VMware. By using VMware, we can launch n number of servers. Let's suppose how we can launch. This is my system. Okay, this is my system. My system contains operating system. Which operating system it contains? It contains a Windows 10 operating system. What I have done on top of the operating system, I have installed a VM workstation. Okay, VM workstation. In this workstation, what I have done, I have installed a Linux operating system. Have you seen here CentOS? It's my Linux operating system. We can launch this system within this server. Within this system, we can create a number of systems. In IT terminology, in software terminology, this is called multiple VMs. Within this server, we can launch a number of VMs. Okay, we can launch a number of VMs. Okay, so obviously, in each and every server, in each and every VM, I have to install the operating system. I have to install the operating system so that I have to download the operating system from the particular vendor. The operating system contains minimum 4 GB. 4 GB size of the operating system is minimum 4 GB. And in order to install the operating system in each and every server, it will take minimum 1 hour. 1 hour for each and every server. 1 hour to each and every server. So it's a time-taking process. And in order to run the operating system, we have to. It will consume minimum 512 MB RAM. It will consume minimum 512 MB of RAM. Okay, and we are wasting in order to. If we install the operating system, it will consume minimum 30 GB of memory. 30 GB of memory. Here we have six VMs are there. Let's assume 6 VMs are there. Okay, 12 GB, right? 12 GB. Here we will have a 6 VMs. Each VM contains 2 GB RAM. 2 GB. 4, 4, 4. Total 12 GB. We have completed. And each and every VM we have installed the operating system. Here in each and every VM we are wasting 512. Here 512 MB RAM. Here 512 MB RAM. So for 2 VMs, we are wasting 1 GB of RAM. Here also, out of 12 GB, we are wasting 3 GB of RAM in order to run the operating system. And for space, we are wasting a 180 GB. We are wasting a 180 GB of size memory to store the operating system. But coming to the Docker, coming to the containerization tool. In containerization tool, this is a server. This is server. Okay. On this server contains host OS. This server contains a host OS. This server contains a host OS. On top of the host OS, we have to install the Docker engine. We have to install the Docker engine. Then I want to create. Here we will have a Docker hub. This Docker hub, we have to download the bin and library files from the Docker hub. Okay, we have to download the. Let's say, suppose I want to launch one CentOS server, so I have to download the image. Okay, I have downloaded both CentOS and Ubuntu. Two images are there. This is my CentOS image. Okay, this CentOS image contains 64 MB. Sorry, 75 MB. 75 MB. This is Ubuntu contains minimum 150 MB. The size of the image is 150. Based on this image, what we will do? We will launch a number of servers. We can launch a number of servers. Okay, based on this same image, we can launch within 1 second we can launch the server. And most of the times when coming to the Docker, okay, microservices will come into the picture. Okay, I hope you have understand the Docker is nothing but a containerization tool. Okay, here in Docker, the bootable process is also speed. Within 1 second, we can start the server. Within 1 second, we can stop the server. We can kill the server. We can launch the server. It's a very lightweight. Okay, but here, in order to stop the server, it will take minimum 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, and in order to install the operating system, it will take minimum 1 hour. So that is the pros and cons about the VMware and Docker. In order to overcome the VMware, we have to go with Docker. It's a containerization tool. Okay, understand? I hope you have understood. Any doubts until now?
No.
Okay. What about Ashwini?
Can you once give like overview like about this once again?
Okay, fine.
High level.
You want me to discuss about Docker, right?
Yeah, Docker. High level. Not so much time, like high level. Like whatever we discussed just now. Just rewind it.
Okay,
Thank you.
fine. Docker, let's suppose we have one server. This server contains host OS. Host OS means any Linux operating system or Windows operating system. What we will do, on top of the operating system, we have to install the Docker engine. Okay. Now you want to launch here. You want to create a VM. What you have done? You have downloaded the operating system from the particular vendor and you have installed. Here you want to launch one server. Okay, what we have to do? We have to download the bin and library files from the Docker Hub. Bin and library files. Okay, I have downloaded two bin and library files. This is a CentOS image and Ubuntu image. Now this image contains around not more than 500 MB. Within fraction of minutes, we can convert this image as a Docker container. That means a server. Here in Docker terminology, we are going to discuss about container. Whereas in VMware terminology, we are going to discuss about VM. Okay. VM, not container. Here in Docker, we have to discuss container. So we can launch a number of containers with it. That means server. Container means server, where we can install, we can create packages, we can create files, we can delete files, each and everything. How we can use it? We can install Git, we can install Maven. Okay, each and everything. That is about the Docker. Understood? You would come to know when we go into deep in subjects. We will install Docker. We will create some servers. We will do some tasks.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
No. Thank you.
Okay. Priyanka,
Yeah.
fine from your side.
No, nothing.
No doubts, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay. Fine. Okay. And next, coming to this, until now, what we have discussed operational activities. And coming to this AWS. AWS means it's a Amazon Web Services. Okay. We can do so many things. Okay. What we can create EC2. EC2 means Elastic Cloud Computing. And we can create S3 buckets. That means we can manage the databases. We can manage the databases in my AWS. In my AWS, we can manage the databases. And what else we can do in AWS? CloudWatch. CloudWatch is there. By using CloudWatch, we can monitor the servers. We can monitor the servers. Okay. And VPN. VPN is there. Okay. It's a virtual private network. And it's a next thing is coming to the auto scaling. Auto scaling means provisioning the server. Okay. Let's suppose one Amazon is there, Flipkart is there. Okay, during this sale, automatically their servers will increase. Okay, automatically servers will increase so that we can access the application. No downtime for those applications. And what else we can have? Like so many things are there. We are going to discuss in VPC, VPN, Elastic Load Balancer, ELB, okay, Elastic Load Balancer, volumes are there, okay. Let's suppose we can create volumes, snapshots is there, okay. So many topics are there. Cloud formation is there, okay. Cloud formation is there. Sorry, can have a cloud formation. Okay. Like AWS, we will have a GCP, Google Cloud Platform. We will have a AWS, and we will have a Azure. Okay. We will have a IBM Bluemix. IBM Bluemix. Okay. Any doubts?
No.
Okay. AWS, it's a very good thing we are going to discuss when we start using AWS. We are going to discuss about call services. Minimum we are going to discuss about call services in AWS. Okay. And apart from this, what I will discuss, it's optional. I may discuss or else I may not discuss about this. Okay, Zira. I have already discussed. Zira. It's a ticketing tool. It's a ticketing tool. Okay, and TFS, Team Foundation Server. Okay, and new deploy, new new deploy. It's a IBM Urban Code deployment. IBM Urban Code deployment. Okay, IBM Urban Code deployment. And or I may discuss another tool is there for deployment. It will extensively support it for .NET applications. Okay, this I can discuss. Zera, TFS, either I new deploy or another deployment tool is there. I have forgotten the name. Okay, I may discuss these things. Apart from that, if possible, I will discuss Terraform. In order to crack the interview, whatever we have discussed until now, it's enough. Okay, this is the additional. Okay, the duration will take minimum 45 to 50 45 to 50 hours. Okay, and one more thing I want to discuss scripting language, shell scripting. Very simple. DevOps is very simple nowadays. Most of the companies are using DevOps. And one more thing I have forgotten to discuss, why we have to go with DevOps. Previously in companies they have started using SDLC, software development lifecycle. In software development lifecycle we have to follow the waterfall model. Okay, we have to follow the waterfall model. What we will do in waterfall model, we have to follow the step-by-step procedure. That means, let's suppose I have 100 crores and I want to develop one chat application like WhatsApp. Okay, so I went to one software vendor, TCS or Infosys or any Microsoft, any other software vendor, and they have said that yes, within 2 to 3 years we can easily develop the chat application. So I assume that after 3 years we can't even touch, I can't even give the competition to WhatsApp. So that what the companies has done, they have started implementing agile methodologies. If companies started using agile methodologies, it's a sprint based meetings. Okay, it's a sprint based meetings. Every 13 days we have to give one release. Every 13 days we will have one release. Okay, every day we will have sprint meetings, and for 13 days we will have one release. Okay, we have to follow certain standards, so that whenever company started using agile methodologies, then DevOps engineer came into the picture. DevOps, Jenkins, okay, AWS, each and everything came into the picture. That is about SDLC and agile methodologies, so that I can develop my application within 1 year, so that at least I can give competition to WhatsApp and any other chat applications, Instagram. Okay, any doubts until now? And finally, I want to list out the topics what we are going to discuss in this course. The very first thing is we are going to discuss about
GitHub,
GitHub, GitLab, Maven, SonarQube, Nexus, Tomcat, Jenkins, Linux, Chef, Docker, Ansible, and AWS. These are the things we are going to discuss and Kubernetes. Okay, and optional things I want to discuss: Zira, TFS, IBM Urban Code Deployment, Terraform. Okay, this is not confirmation. Jira, TFS, IBM Urban Code Deployment, and Terraform. I can give confirmation on Terraform, but this I can't give. Okay, if I have time, okay, I will discuss these things. I will discuss these things. Okay. Yes, Octopus deploy. Octopus deploy. Because I have worked on .NET applications, it will extensively supported for .NET deployment automation. Okay, it will automate Octopus deploy, made easy like a push. I will explain this thing. Or Octopus deploy, IBM Urban Code deployment or Octopus deployment. Okay, these are optional. These are optional. This this I'm giving confirmation, because discussing all those things, it's a time taking process. It's a time taking process. Okay, it will take 3 months, so like that. If we discuss all those things, there are TFS, Terraform. Okay, for interview purpose, you can, by using this knowledge, you can easily create, you will get, and decenter things we will launch. Try to create a GCP account. Don't give your credit cards. Don't give your credit cards. Try to create the account by using debit cards. Okay, they will give a $300 per annum for free of cost. Okay, I will tell, if you create the account, I will tell how to use this account. Okay, always we will launch the servers in GCP, and practically we are going to implement it in GCP servers. Okay, anything else, any doubts? Okay. Please let me know if you have any queries and all. Priyanka, Ashwini.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you don't tell about Ant and Gradle tools?
No, no. We are not going to discuss it. And don't worry about Ant. Ant nowadays, no one company is using. In my company, we are using that both Maven and Ansible. If it's
Oh,
a
okay.
if it's a and, it will be having a build.xml file. If it's a and, we will have a build.xml file. If it's a Maven, we will have a pom.xml file. Okay, the entire things is going to be defined in my pom.xml file.
Mm.
If it's a Gradle, build.gradle. Okay,
Mm.
by seeing this file, if you see any of this file in your application, so that we
Mm.
can easily identify, yes, it's a pom.xml file, as this application is internally using Maven. If it's a build.gradle file, then you will come to know that yes, this application is going to be used internally a Gradle. Okay,
Okay.
Nowadays, ANT is not using. If you see any of the job description, you will unable to find the ANT.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Anything else? And we are going to work on application, real-time application. Okay. And we will do practice on this application, game of life application.
Hmm.
Okay. The name of the application is game of life. We are going to build that application. We will integrate our Sonar Cube with that application. We will integrate Nexus with that application. We are going to deploy this game of life where into my Tomcat application. And this entire things is going to be automated by using Jenkins. And by using Jeff, we will install Git and some other packages. By using Docker, we will create some containers and shell scripting. We are going to discuss about shell scripting. We are going to discuss about Kubernetes, all these things. And Max, I will discuss this also, but right now I'm not giving any confirmation about this because as you already know, the workflow, Zira, based on the Zira task only our developers will work. So sometimes they may ask, you have a Zira experience. PFS is not that much of important only. If you know all those tools, this is not that much of it. Okay, we will see later on about this, but this I can give confirmation. Okay, anything you are expecting from my side except this?
Hmm.
We are going to discuss AWS also in depth, not outline. We are going to discuss
Okay.
AWS also in depth. Okay,
Okay.
yes,
So overall, it takes almost 60 hours of time.
yes, it will take max 60 hours of time.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes we are going to discuss about minimum 1 hour 15 minutes, 1 hour 20 minutes per day, like that.
Okay.
Minimum 1 hour, max 1 hour 15 minutes, 1 hour 20 minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shall I wind up the session now?
Oh, yeah. You can wind up the session.
If you have any queries, you can inform to Lavanya.
Okay. We will do that.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Bye. Good day.
Bye. Yeah.
Thank you.
You too. Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.